What's good, y'all? All right, I gotta tell y'all about something crazy going down today. Well, Thursday, which is actually today, is something called they're calling it the mega strike. So it's not supposed to be some tiny little protest. This is big, loud, everybody's mad type of energy. Whether you're thinking about moving here from the States, trying to get into healthcare, teaching, or you've been here a minute, it's key to understand what's going on and why. Let's get into it. So what's happening? Up to 100,000 people are walking off their jobs this Thursday, which is today. That's teachers, nurses, doctors, healthcare workers, even some government people are supposed to be walking off their jobs today. Now, the weather, as you can see, is not, they're saying it's not ideal for a strike today, so it might get pushed back. That's what Stuff just posted today. The thing is, it's not supposed to be a quiet little lunch break walkout. This is supposed to be picket lines, chants, signs everywhere. The type where you see people out there screaming, holding up boards, looking like they're about to storm Parliament or something. This is happening in the big cities. So that'll be Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch. Now, the main thing that you might be asking, like a lot of people are wondering, is like, why are they doing this? Why is this happening? And that's pretty much money and work conditions. So simple as that. Let's break it down. The nurses, they're tired of unsafe staffing levels, long ass shifts, and not enough pay. They're basically saying, listen, we keep this whole system running and we deserve better. So number two, the teachers, same story. They want better salaries, smaller class sizes, more support for students, too many kids in one room. Like imagine trying to teach 30 kids at once with one teacher and do it right. That sounds stressful. So the unions have been talking to the government for months, but nothing's been getting done. So that's why people are like, all right, cool. Now it's time to take action. And that's where the strike comes in. And for all my Americans thinking about moving here, pay attention. Healthcare and teaching jobs look chill on paper, but it's real work, real responsibility, and sometimes you gotta fight for what you deserve. So how is this strike happening and what's it supposed to be looking like out here today? So apparently not everyone's striking the same way. For example, some nurses are taking 4 hours off. Some teachers and healthcare workers are taking full 24 hours off, no exceptions. And there's supposed to be picket lines, signs, chants, the whole vibe. So some people are probably just showing up for the energy. I ain't gonna lie, if I find it, I might just join in, add some of that chaos energy in there, why not? These people they keep this system going, bro, so they gotta get taken care of and stuff. So how is the government reacting to this? So the government are not really vibing with it. Obviously, they're saying it's political and patients should not be collateral damage. So that might sound scary, but don't worry. It just means some appointments, checkups, and routine surgeries might get delayed. Emergencies will still be handled, so no need to stress about none of that. So there's tension. The government is saying, don't mess up our system, while the workers are saying, well, hey, we deserve respect and fair pay. So it'll be interesting to see how this resolves and like which side kind of gives in to the other, and yeah, who's gonna give in a little bit. So the history of strikes in New Zealand. So strikes are not really new here in New Zealand. In 1913, there was 16,000 mine workers went on strike. In 1951, there was a waterfront strike, 22,000 people. And that lasted 151 days. Now that's a long ass strike, bro, if you ask me. In 1979, 300K workers went on strike, the biggest ever out here. So this mega strike, it's not people just whining, it's about respect and change, bro. Now, takeaways for Americans, all of this is in my opinion. It's crazy because there's a guy in my inbox right now from Dallas asking me about entry-level jobs and how difficult it is to get one. And he just asked me about healthcare positions too. So this is like a perfect example for him to see what the market is like out here right now. So in my perspective, for Americans thinking about moving here, if you want to get into healthcare or teaching, you're walking into real life work and politics. Like strikes like this show you the real landscape. Sometimes you gotta fight for what you deserve. You gotta fight for fair treatment. Sometimes things move slow. Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches. But there is an upside, like healthcare jobs, they're in demand. Teaching is in demand. And you're joining a system where workers actually exercise their leverage. That's something you don't see everywhere. And if you're thinking that New Zealand is all smooth beaches and chill vibes, it is. It is, but it's real life here too, bro. It's real problems here too. As you can see, it's real challenges. For the takeaways for the Kiwis, all in my opinion is these are your neighbors, these are your teachers and your nurses. So don't think that this is annoying. Even if it is annoying, this is your community, bro. They're fighting for better pay and safer work conditions. It's a reminder, don't sleep on the people who's keeping your schools and hospitals running. They're standing up and it's loud, so it's visible and it forces the government to pay attention, bro. And it lets the government know they can't just do whatever and walk over people and just get away with doing anything to everybody. So respect to the people standing up. This is history in the making. Big moves, big vibes, big energy. But all right, y'all, so that's the full breakdown of the strike that's going on, what's supposed to be going on today. I'm about to drive around here, get some food and see if I see him and everything. Tell me about how you feel about this situation. Feel free to educate me and others down below in the comments. This is all from my perspective. I'll see y'all. Gone.